Ciao e benvenuto. Hello and welcome inside the Milano Santa Giulia Arena one final time. This is it, the gold medal game of the Para Ice Hockey Tournament at Milano Cortina 2026. USA versus Canada. And it's a sellout. USA has to be considered the favorites for a few reasons. One stands out above the rest. Declan Farmer, the Tampa Bay Tornado. Farmer has scored 14 times through the first 4 games, along with 10 assists and a strong supporting cast. But 2 years ago at the World Championships, Canada knocked off the U.S. in the gold medal game. Will attempt to do the same today. The Canadians, like their North American foes, 4-0 in the tournament. Will it be world number 2 Canada or world number 1 USA completing its drive for 5? A rematch of Beijing, a rematch of Pyeongchang. USA won them both. Keep in mind, these two teams have met in the last 8 World Championship finals. They are the best 2 nations in this sport. USA, though, has been dominant on the Paralympic stage, winning 4 straight gold medals, 5 overall. The referee in today's game is Kevin Webinger from Canada. On the lines, Dylan Dauphiney from Canada and Tony Rundstrom from Sweden. USA captain Josh Pauls shaking hands with the referee. He's from Greenbrook, New Jersey. Canada's captain Tyler McGregor is from the Ontario town of Forest. Will it be the man from the Forest or the one from the Garden State? Now, Rob Snook, my name is Rob Snook, I should say, I introduce 2006 Paralympic gold medalist Paul Rosen. Paul, aside from Declan Farmer, what impresses you most about this USA team?
There is so many players that can do it all. Roybal, Bolton, Wallace, Paul. I could go through a list that's it just keeps going and going. Every year they find a new guy. It's going to be a tough go, but it is possible.
When Canada beat the U.S. in Calgary in 2024, they ended a 23-game losing streak to win it against David Hoff's team. It has been few and far between, but the games are often tight. David Hoff is from Bottineau, North Dakota, and he's got a stacked roster, as Paul alluded to. Canadian head coach is Boris Remelka from Camrose, Alberta. And he's got a strong roster as well. The starting goaltenders could be an interesting story in the game as well, Paul.
Yeah, this will be the key for Canada. If they can pull off the gold medal like they did 20 years ago here in Italy, Corbin Watson will have to have the game of his life. The U.S. goaltender, Griffin Lamar, he's a young kid, but he's got some experience. But on the Canadian end, it'll have to be Captain Tyler McGregor. The ship goes through McGregor, and Watson will have to have a game of his life.
I think that is fair to say. There is Boris Remelka. His first Paralympic Games as the head coach of this team. He was an assistant coach with the team when they did take that gold medal at the World Championships. He's been a head coach across the nation and has also won a national championship at Junior A. There's the man who could face a lot of pucks in this game, and there is the intensity of Corbin Watson.
One thing I do like about the coach for Team Canada now, he has them having fun, and at this level, nobody's making NHL money, so you have to play with fun, and there is fun back in the Canadian lineup.
Griffin Lamar is getting the start in the United States net. He'll be the one the Canadians will be targeting. He got the start against Canada in the World Championship gold medal game last year. And here we go. The gold medal game is underway at the Milano Santa Giulia Arena. Canada in red, USA in the white jerseys. Zach Lavin banks it off the boards. He's playing defense. He's proven himself to be very versatile for the Canadian team. It's a battle along the boards that's happening right now. You'll see a lot of that down-low play. This is in the equipment of Brody Roybal. Roybal, one of the American players who has already won 3 Paralympic goals. Their captain, Josh Pauls, has won 4, the only player ever to do that. He's trying to win a fifth. Here comes Anton Jacobs-Webb, busting in. Jacobs-Webb fires. Lamar the save. First good scoring chance of the game belongs to Canada.
And that's exactly the start that Canada wanted. Get the puck out of their zone, control the middle of the ice in neutral zone, get a half-decent shot, see if you can test Lamar early, and that's what they did.
Dominic Cozzolino against Travis Dodson in the face-off circle. USA claims the draw. And Jack Wallace, the best defenseman at the World Championships last year, starts the play. Here's Dodson picking it up. Matthew Lele watching him. Dodson turns the corner. Nice read by Oren Halbert to clear the front of the net, but not clear the zone quite yet. Dom Cozzolino goes back for it. Put up some nice numbers again this tournament for Team Canada. 5 goals, 4 assists for the number 19 in red. Josh Misiewicz missed the first couple of games of the tournament. He's chasing the puck. He slams into Hickey. He's going to go down the ice, and it's going to be our first icing of the game. Goes against Canada. Minute 26 has elapsed in the 15-minute periods we have in para ice hockey.
Yeah, Misiewicz and Lavin, they're the two sort of bangers on each team. They're the ones that are going to get the physical game going. 24 on the U.S. and 7 on Canada. Watch for them. They'll play physical.
Dominic Cozzolino is going to take the face-off, a graduate of the alumni of the Mississauga Cruisers organization. I'll bet that's one of many that's having watch parties all across North America to watch this game. USA looking for a scoring chance. And Malik Jones just wide of the net. Beasley comes after it, drops it back in for Nichols, works it through to Jones. Nichols again, guarded by Cozzolino. USA looking for its first shot of this game. Interesting, they've only given up 17 shots on goal through the first 4 games. Now 1 in this one, the Americans. They are spending most of their time in the opposition zone. Here they come again. Nichols, centering pass, broken up by Canada. James Dunn's got the puck. He's got Boyle moving, but racing back is Noah Grove, who's at a dynamite tournament on the blue line for Canada, and he has just drawn a penalty, has Grove. The first penalty is going to go against Canada. As Liam Hickey touches the puck, we're going to get a holding penalty, and it looked like Boyley's the one who took it, and it'll be USA to the power play.
And that's what speed does. In the corner, you have to pull him down. Here it is right there. Just gets his arm in on the leg and turns Grove over. And the first power play of the game, and this is a critical kill for Team Canada.
They have killed off 70% of the penalties they've taken in the tournament, given up 3 power play goals. USA tied for first in percentage on the power play in this tournament. They have 7 goals on 14 chances. Armstrong, Hickey working. Now it's going to be dumped free by Brody Roybal. He'll work it free for Wallace. Takes his time. Jack Wallace slides it back to Roybal. He'll swing it all the way across for Farmer. Farmer spins with it. Looks for someone to pass it to. Won't panic. Farmer leads the tournament with 24 points. Here's Wallace with a low shot. Watson's got it. And he's got it frozen. First 30 seconds of the penalty killed off. Still a long way to go.
Big stop and a big cover. You're going to have Misiewicz in the front of the net to block the screen, to pick up that garbage rebound. Corbin Watson has to make that stop and then block her, jump on it, freeze it.
Teams have met 6 times before at the Paralympic Winter Games. USA has 5 wins, and one of them, it was a round-robin game back in '94 in Lillehammer, ended in a tie. Canada looking for its first ever win over the U.S. at the Paralympic Winter Games. They've beaten them at the World Championships. They've sent this puck down the ice. Jack Wallace goes back to get it. He'll bank it off the boards for Farmer. He jams on the brakes, covered by Cozzolino. Here comes Josh Pauls, USA captain. Never a panic there. Works it across for Wallace down the left wing. Roughed up a little bit by Lavin. Puck loose. Tyler McGregor trying to get to it. Lavin comes in. Can't knock Paul's off stride. Here's Farmer. No look pass for Roybal. Roybal snaps one towards the net. Rebound comes loose. Wallace couldn't get a stick on it. And Tyler McGregor could. He sends it down the ice.
Good lucky break. Lucky to be good. Good to be lucky. Canada gets it out and clears it.
USA looking strong. Here they come, organizing, but Canada looking strong on the penalty kill. McGregor swats it out of the possession of Farmer. And now Roybal. Long pass to center ice, off the stick of Mishevitz. It's going to go into the Canadian corner, negating the icing. Armstrong, Grove's going to fish it out, bounces in front of the net. Farmer's going to get there. No, McGregor's going to beat him, but they can't clear it. Now they can. Good second effort by the Canadian captain.
Excellent kill by Team Canada. Exactly the way they wanted to start this game.
Here's Noah Grove. What a strong tournament he has had. 2 goals, 9 assists, the defenseman for Team USA. Canada's going to flip the puck out to center ice. Wallace gets after it. He'll dump it back in again.
All even now.
Nearing the 5-minute mark of the period. USA 0 for 1 on the power play.
They're calling an intentional offside all the way down to USA zone.
Interesting. No score, first period. Canada, USA, gold medal game.
By one. Here's the opportunity right here. Watson with a stop. Watching the rebound with his eyes, that's critical for a goalie. Looks at it, looks at it, look at his eyes. Follows. Oh, Roybal with a shot again.
Went off Oren Halbert's head, right off his mask.
Those hurt. When you get it in the back or in an area where there's no protection, that puck is flying hard.
.10 to go, opening period of play. Team Canada, Team USA. Who's going to win the gold medal? It's all up for grabs. Both teams have basically said, this is why we came here. This is the color medal we want. Lavin races back. Dodson just busting in. So many Americans are so fast. And a good play by Lavin to get to it. Here's Armstrong at center. He'll just slide the puck in. Hickey races after it. Wallace beat him to it. He'll rim it around the boards. Armstrong's going to get to it. Into the corner. Hickey had it knocked off his stick. And Farmer's going to flip it ahead. Not out. Here's a chance for Lavin. He fires it over top of Griffin Lamar's net. Pushed out to center ice. Lavin goes back to get it. Look out. David Eustace, who's had a dynamite tournament for the Americans, was right there. Eustace with 6 goals already. Only Declan Farmer's 14 is more on the team. Good battle raging in the Canadian corner. Eustace gets bumped by Lavin. Dug free by Malik Jones. Got caught up in the net a little bit. Spins away from Hickey. Leaves it there for Eustace. Back to Jones again. Trying to create some space in front, maybe from Beasley or one of the defensemen.
Big hit by Lavin.
He's been throwing his weight around. Armstrong. Again, 2 Americans right around the play. McGregor comes in to help. USA starting to get a bit of a line change going here. Crowd trying to support their side. It sounds like a Canada chant right now. Oh, here's Pauls. The top over top of the net. Lavin got hit this time himself, but he manages to get it past the blue line. Evan Nichols is going to shoot it in. Americans clear the zone. Anton Jacobs-Webb lost it. Nichols chops it back in again. Watson couldn't reach that one. Lavin does. Gets it to Cozzolino. He'll wrist it just to the blue line. Not out. Great play by Roybal. Oh no, says the linesman. It came out. It was very, very close.
Corbin Watson almost got caught on the wrong post, and for some reason, the American forward threw it out for the pass instead of trying to tuck it in. If he would have tucked it in, he had the empty corner. I think he panicked a little.
Declan Farmer out here playing on this line with Bolton and Roybal, but we have seen him throughout much of the tournament play with two different lines. He'll center the first two, he'll rest for the third, and he'll be back out to center the first two again. Lelev has it in behind his net for Canada, overskates it though. Bolton centers it, Farmer shot, bouncing puck. Where is it? Underneath Corbin Watson, and he'll hold on.
Three extremely lucky plays in front of Corbin Watson. One, the wraparound. Josh Balls had the empty corner, shoots it over the net, and this one here, a bouncing puck, almost leaks under Corbin Watson. Here it is here. Bolton out to Farmer. Watson doesn't know where it is. He looks down, good communication. It's Halpert. That's what slowed it down. And then they're yelling at him. It's there, it's there.
Just about halfway through the 15-minute opening period in the gold medal game at Milano Cortina. The third time that Canada and the USA have met in the gold medal game. Here's a bouncing puck in front. Watson trying to cover it. It's a scramble. Where is it? Referee's got his hand up. And what do we have here?
I thought he might be calling a penalty shot that one of the Canadians put his hand on it, but it's actually a penalty for holding.
Jacobs-Webb is going to take this. Anton Jacobs-Webb, I thought the same thing, especially at the referee, full value. Look at where he is. He's right on top of the play.
Watson deflects it with his stick. Good play, but then it bounces and bounces around.
Referee Webbinger right on the edge of the crease.
Bolton has the puck there. He's going to put it in, and Jacobs-Webb grabs him and holds him.
USA goes on their second power play of the game. Here's Roybal. Slides it across for Jack Wallace. He's got a bit of room, but his pass intercepted by Liam Hickey, and he'll quickly snap it down the ice. McGregor thinks about chasing, and then he'll back off.
Tried to be a little too fancy there.
Here's Brodie Roybal. Takes his time. Swings it across for Grove. Sends it back to Roybal. They are so quick on their sleds, this USA team. Here's Farmer down the left side. Farmer, sharp angle, off the pipe. Here's Pauls. Farmer again. He's got 14 goals in the tournament. Farmer stick handling, dangling right stick to left. Loose puck in front, Mishevitz. Wide it goes. Here's Pauls. Centers, Farmer. Canadians collapsing around the crease, all four of them in close quarters. Here's Wallace. Here's Roybal. Pauls can't shoot it. Wallace can and scores! The first goal in the gold medal game goes to USA's Jack Wallace on the power play.
The U.S. keeps coming and coming and coming. It's like you're in quicksand. You're trying to get out. You're trying to get out, and you keep sinking, and that's what USA is doing right now to Team Canada. Wallace, Jack Wallace, incredible offensive defenseman and can also play defense. Here it is. The puck's everywhere. Wallace takes it and rips it under the crossbar. Short side on the blocker side. No chance for Corbin Watson. Jack Wallace, we call him the Quinn Hughes of USA sled hockey.
Wallace scores his fourth of the tournament. It's the go-ahead goal at 8:39 into the first period. So maybe message sent to the Canadians, stay out of the penalty box. The USA will hurt you. James Dunn makes it off the boards for Boyle. And Lavin was trying to run into Grove. Here's Dodson racing after it. His shot high off Watson, and then he reaches up and makes the glove save.
acrobatic. Corbin Watson might be doing some Cirque du Soleil in the off-season.
Possibly.
Makes the blocker stop and then follows it, follows it, follows it. Young goalies, that's what you have to do. Follow that puck. Never take your eyes off that puck. You never know where it's going to go next.
6 minutes to go, opening period in the gold medal game in para ice hockey at Milano Cortina. USA looking for more after taking the lead on the power play goal by Wallace. Eustace in the corner. Tries to shovel it in front. He's going to get a chance again from a sharp angle. Teams are at full strength, but the ice looks a little slanted in the Canadian zone. Here's Farmer twisting, turning, dangling, passing, and it ends up in the crease. And Corbin Watson's going to hold on. The 39-year-old Canadian goaltender out of Kingsville, Ontario. 1-0. USA leads first period, the gold medal game.
There's more action. Griffin Lamar, Jack Wallace, Declan Farmer, all excited. Crowd is going wild. And you know,
crowd.
There's Coach Rebel. He has to get his team to relax. They're just panicking pretty well the entire section of the first 10 minutes. It's been in front of Corbin Watson, 10 shots to 1. They're very lucky it's only 1-0, Rob.
Canada actually had the first shot in this game on Griffin Lamar. That is only the 18th shot of the tournament that USA has given up on their goaltender, which is just phenomenal. Adam Dixon getting his first shift here. The 5-time Paralympian. He is out on a forward line with Greg Westlake. Weren't sure how much ice time Westlake would get because we know he's battling through something. Left the game early and only played 14 seconds in the last game. Nichols fishes it out. Kept in, though, by USA. Halbert around the boards. Couldn't get it out yet. Here's a chance for the Americans with Grove. His shot blocked by Dixon. Couldn't get it out. Jones flipped towards the net by Beasley. Canada's got Hickey lurking out near center ice.
Wallace fires it back in. Smart play.
Here's Westlake. Feed ahead for Lelev. He couldn't clear it. Just see how much hard work goes in along the boards, down low. Halbert can't catch up to this. Pauls is going to keep it in. Good job by Halbert. He's trying to drive forward, keep the puck moving. He's lost his glove. You cannot play this game for more than a second or two without your glove. It is a vital piece of equipment.
Critical piece of equipment.
That's the first time I've seen in the tournament somebody lose a glove.
Me too.
Dixon flips it out to center ice. Americans looking to come back in. Grove will launch it in. His teammates have to clear, and they do. Under 4 minutes to go. 1-0 USA leads. A power play goal by Jack Wallace. Tyler McGregor flips it, and it'll just bounce out. Grove's going to have to head back for it. Grove, the 3-time Paralympian out of Frederick, Maryland. He'll drop it back for Roybal, or at least for Farmer. Farmer taken off the puck by Cozzolino, and he's going to take a penalty. Declan Farmer for hooking.
That was a very smart play by Dominic Cozzolino. He sees that Farmer loses a puck, and instead of just skating away, he skates into him, forcing Declan Farmer, here it is right here, forcing Declan Farmer to use that left hand and turn the sled. And despite the fact that the U.S. have dominated this period, a goal here ties it right up.
Canada has scored 7 power play goals in the tournament. 39% efficiency. Cozzolino's going to take this draw, but it's going to be won by the U.S. And Wallace, the goal scorer, is going to whip it off the boards. It's going to be kept alive by Hickey. Makes a nice play to keep it alive. McGregor and Hickey working well in close quarters. Cozzolino racing after it. Gathered in by the U.S. Can't clear it. Here's McGregor. Left-hand shot. Rebound loose. Chopped out in front. And Lamar's got it with James Dunn right there.
Big chance for Canada. The puck bounces and leaks in front of Lamar, and Lamar gets that big trapper, that mid on it. Here it is right here. McGregor throws it on the net. Can't go wrong throwing it on the net. James Dunn almost puts it in. Double deflection. Cozzolino got a piece of it too. Lamar tips down as a lot of goalies do.
Cozzolino wins the face-off. Back to Tyler McGregor, who leads Canada in goals and in points in the tournament. He snaps one towards the net, and it deflected. From this angle, it looked a little more dangerous than it really was.
I thought it was going in.
Cozzolino battles for it with Eustace along the boards. Comes back to Hickey, can't shoot it, might now get a chance. McGregor comes busting in, his shot is blocked. Americans know how dangerous Tyler McGregor is, and they're gonna launch it down the ice off the stick of Jack Wallace.
And make a change. Smart play by Jack Wallace.
Canada still on this power play. Cozzolino spins away from the check. His pass will find Halbert. He'll push it up on the right side for Dunn. Trying to filter it through for Hickey. But it's Wallace. And what a collision there with McGregor, the two number 8s. But Wallace recovers and sends it down the ice.
That's what you want from your captain. The guy who's wearing the C, the team leader, the heart and soul, does it all.
But what a play by Wallace to respond. Here's Dunn, he'll bank it ahead, and not out. Again, Wallace, like a rock at the blue line. Canada's power play down to the final 15 seconds. It's going to be into the sled of Wallace, and he'll gain control and launch it towards Corbin Watson's net. Got to be careful. Deals it off for Cozzolino. He'll flip it back in behind for Boyle. But that's going to do it. Canada over one on the power play. Still trails 1-0 in the game. Boyle, Halbert, Jacobs-Webb, Armstrong. Boyle throwing his weight around again.
Can't get sloppy now.
Zach Lavin. Nishevitz dumps it into the zone. Dixon goes back for it. He'll bank it off the boards for Armstrong. Pushes it ahead for Lavin. Great play by USA to break it up, but Canada will persevere. Out to center, Jacobs-Webb. Long dump in. Ends up in the corner. Grove goes after it. Rim it around the boards. Final minute of this intense gold medal game. USA leading it 1-0. Only a power play goal by Jack Wallace separates these two teams. Dixon races after it in behind the net. He led one of his Paralympic Games tournaments in scoring. He's that good. Comes back to the blue line. Lavin shoots one. He's looking for the deflection, perhaps. Inside of 20 seconds to play now. Canada looking for a last chance opportunity here. Armstrong in heavy traffic. USA trying to clear it, and they'll get a chance. Josh Pauls won't panic, you know that. He'll send it down the ice. And it'll be an icing, but it won't matter because Pauls timed it perfectly as the period ends. Well played by both teams, especially at the end. USA the only goal, and they lead the gold medal game 1-0 after one.
Westlake going off the ice there with his Team Canada teammates. Incredible crowd, a sold-out crowd after all these years, a sold-out crowd. Same crowd pretty well as the men and the women in the Olympic Games.
Wow, it's just phenomenal. It just feels the atmosphere, it's just incredible. The only goal, an unassisted goal by Jack Wallace. at 8:39 of the period. And so many faces. We love the young ones watching the game, loving the game, appreciating the game and the sport and the Paralympic Winter Games. Some nervous times for both nations' hockey fans, no doubt about it.
One thing you know that this is a gold medal game when a guy like Declan Farmer and Tyler McGregor are throwing bodies around like they're the third line left winger. That's when you know it.
Canada had the last 3 shots of the period, but USA dominating the shot clock 10-4. They score once on 2 power plays and shut Canada down on its 1 power play. Face-offs, the edge goes to the team in red and white. Nothing is decided yet. The intensity is, you could cut it with a knife. This is a dynamite battle for gold in Milano Cortina 2026.
Here's some action from the first period. This is right away. Anton Jacobs' glove gets a shot. That was the first shot of the game. Griffin Lamar makes the stop, an easy glove save. Pulls it in.
I was thinking here, Jacobs Webb, he's been a real contributor in this tournament. Face-offs, assists, hadn't scored a goal. I thought, wow, that would be fascinating if he opened the scoring.
Absolutely. A lot of bouncing pucks in front of Corbin Watson, but Watson's played well. He's made some stops. You can't blame him on that or fault him on that goal. That was an absolute cannon.
Well, all the traffic he's had to deal with. This is just one of the many instances.
And that was a shot, a pass shot, or a shot pass, whatever way you want to look at it, to Misevich, who deflected it in to Watson. Watson follows it, as all great goalies do. Follow that puck with your eyes.
People don't realize about Jack Wallace is how big he is, 6'4", 225. So hard to move a player like that when he is busting in on you.
I'm not a small guy and have had a couple of conversations with him face to face, and I felt little.
Well, this was a bit of an adventure around Corbin Watson. He stopped it. He wasn't sure, but he had it.
There was a couple of plays where if the U.S. would have just taken a look for 1 second, they had a couple of stuff-ins, but they have had the action everywhere. Off of Halbert's chest, slows it down just enough to throw Watson off, but he still stops it.
That looked really dangerous.
Look at that goal.
And that's how it ends. I would think that they're going to add an assist or 2 on that.
It looked that way.
I mean, the pass came back from Pauls.
The pass did come from Pauls. I think it was Farmer to Pauls, and then Pauls takes it back. Oh, no, it was Zach Lavin that cleared it. I just saw that. Zach Lavin clears it, and it slips out to Wallace.
So after 1 period of play, only that goal by Jack Wallace separates these 2 teams in the battle for the gold medal. incredible atmosphere inside the Milano Santa Giulia Arena for the gold medal game in para ice hockey. The biggest crowd that has ever watched this sport live. 11,500 tickets sold. Incredible. All the tiers are pretty much, well, they are all full. As we get set for the second period in this gold medal game. Referees make their way onto the ice. Rob Snook alongside Paul Rosen, 2006 Torino gold medalist. And Paul, what is your sense of what these two teams might be saying to each other, say USA and Canada, as they begin the second period?
Well, the USA is saying, let's do exactly what we're doing. The game plan has been perfect. Possession, shots, make Watson make the stops, no chance on the goal. Canada has to just take a deep breath and not panic. And the one thing is, doubt cannot creep in. So if the U.S. takes a 2-0 lead, doubt will creep in. It's only human nature. Canada has to start to get some shots on goal and stop panicking in their own zone.
Canada won Pool B in this tournament with impressive wins over Japan and Slovakia and Czechia, and then beat China in the semifinal. USA won its pool, Pool A, with impressive wins over Germany, Italy, China, and then beat Czechia in its semifinal. United States have won 5 gold medals in this sport, going back to 2002 in Salt Lake City. They've won 4 in a row. Canada has won 1 gold medal in this sport, going back to Torino in 2006. They've been a silver medalist 3 times, a bronze medalist twice. They are 5-time world champions. They'll look for a strong second period in front of Corbin Watson.
39 years old. Not a kid, but not an old man.
Indeed. Rody Roybal has been down this road before, no doubt about it. From North Lake, Illinois, 4-time Paralympian, 4 gold medals to show for his efforts. Tyler McGregor has been down this road before. It was in Pyeongchang in 2018 that Canada led until the late stages of the third period when Declan Farmer tied it 1-1. And then in overtime, guess who? Farmer again scored the game winner to break the Canadian hearts. Will there be a heartbreaker today? One team is going to be over the moon, and one team is going to be disappointed for at least a little while until they realize the silver medal is still a pretty amazing thing.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing in any sport. When you lose the final game, you tend to forget that you still are the second best team in the world. You still have that shiny silver medal. It takes a while.
Just sorting out a little bit of an ice issue here.
Excess water, sorry, Rob. There's some excess water around the crease, and Griffin Lamar has asked the referee.
Gives us a good chance, Paul, to talk about what effect this equipment these players use has on the ice surface.
Oh, well, the spikes are laser cut on the end, the butt of the stick. That's how they move, and they chew the ice up like crazy. The ice makers, the ice resurfacers, they have to be incredible. They are working pretty well, and we've seen it. We've been here when the teams are long gone. They're in the village and working to keep this ice good.
Here we go, second period action, USA and Canada in the gold medal game. The Americans dump it into the Canadian zone. Watson comes out of his net, and then he just pushes it off into the corner for Liam Hickey. Hickey played more than 9 minutes in the opening period. Racing after it goes McGregor, trying to catch up to it. And it's the linesman hand in the air, not the referee's hand in the air, so it won't be a penalty. It'll be an icing call. McGregor was trying to negate it. He couldn't.
That was a good, clean battle between Pauls and McGregor. One trying to get the puck, one trying to take the puck away from the other one. good no call on that.
Two captains going head-to-head, toe-to-toe. Jacob Webb has been Canada's best face-off taker in the tournament. He goes against Declan Farmer. Of all the categories Farmer leads, he's good at face-offs, but he doesn't lead the tournament in that one. Bolton races after the puck. He's roughed up by Hickey, but it squirts free. Kept in by Pauls. Hickey gets a stick on it, and he will push it just past the blue line, and Team USA will shoot it right back in again.
That's what they do in the neutral zone. Get the puck, dump it back in.
Lavin leaves it, pushed off the boards by Canada. Jacob Webb on the left wing, into the middle for McGregor. Just sweeps it into the zone. Lavin racing after it. Look out, freight train coming. Here's Hickey. He sends it up for Cozzolino. He rips a shot. Loose puck in front. They jam away at it. And it's pushed away by Farmer, just calmly out to center. Oren Helbert goes back to get it. He led Canada in ice time in that opening period. In his debut Paralympic Games, he's been dynamite on the Canadian blue line. Here's James Dunn down the left wing. And a penalty coming here might go against Josh Pauls. And it is going against the USA. No, it's going against
Malik Jones. Oh, Farmer again.
Farmer's second penalty. I'm so shocked.
Wow.
That I just like, wait a second, but Pauls looked at the referee.
Farmer, the great goal scorer, is in the box too. The Lady Bing is gone.
All right, Canada 0 for 1 on the power play. Here they get to go on their second opportunity. Here's McGregor's shot that went off the pipe. There's a bounce out. It stays out. It stays out, says referee Webbinger. Canada still buzzing. Here's Hickey. He scores! What time in the gold medal game? Liam Hickey, the pride of St. John's, Newfoundland.
What an actual incredible stop by Griffin Lamar, but they couldn't get the puck out, and Liam Hickey from Newfoundland Labrador puts an absolute beauty in. Here it is here, back out to Hickey, and Lamar has no chance. He has to play the rim around, comes back out. Hickey has a wide open net, Lamar just misses it. Both teams with a power play goal so far.
Wow. And I almost wanted to see that one before to wonder if that one actually somehow found its way. But I have got to be so impressed with referee Kevin Webbinger. His positioning is just outstanding. He gets in there and the players can never argue he's out of position because he is right there on top of the play. Hickey from McGregor and Cozzolino.
Calling off icing on that one. He let it go just before the center ice red line. Other than that 25 seconds, the U.S. have dominated, yet it's a 1-1 game. That's what's funny about this game of ice hockey.
Declan Farmer was in the penalty box when that goal was scored. Going to be grabbed by Malik Jones. He'll flip it out to center ice. Wallace racing after it. He and Lavin in a battle. Here's Wallace. Nice little right stick handle. Throws it towards the net. It was blocked by Hickey. Hickey's everywhere right now. Here's Armstrong. He'll just push it off the boards. Hickey tries to catch up to it. Jones is going to beat him to the puck. Malik Jones. Left stick, right stick. Lost it. Hickey with just one stick.
Sticks everywhere.
It's sticks aplenty. And Lavin's just going to shovel it up to center. Jacobs rubbing a race here with Wallace. Wallace is going to get there and calmly take it out of harm's way and then absorb a couple of hits. But Jack Wallace, the pride of Franklin Lakes, New Jersey, is not easily moved. One tie, gold medal game, early stages of the second. Here's McGregor, and we're getting a slashing penalty, an offensive zone slashing penalty against Canada. And Armstrong is going to go to the box.
Rob Armstrong with a penalty he would like to take back. Upset there, smashes the door with his hand inside the penalty box. See it here? Couldn't quite see it.
Declan Farmer now will take the face-off as he's on this power play. He'll try to make up for the fact that he was in the box when Canada tied it. Quite a battle underneath Cozzolino. Good job by Pauls to keep it alive. Slides it back to Grove, just barely kept it in at the line. Here's Farmer. Left stick, tried to center it in front. Broken up by Canada, and Dunn's going to send it down the ice.
They're bottling up the front of the net, the house, really well right now.
USA's goal did come on the power play in the first period. Working on their third man advantage of the game. They're 1 for 2. Out of the reach of Mishevitz, but busting down the wing is Roybal. Lavin's going to get there, and Lavin just lets it slide through to his goaltender, and Corbin Watson covers it up.
Lavin and Roybal having some words there. Lavin definitely knows how to get under the other team's skin with a little bit of a forearm shiver to Mishevitz.
These guys know each other so well, don't they? I mean, they play each other so many times.
So many times, yeah. They do know each other. The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Again, USA's power play tied for first best in the tournament. Now they've got 8 power play goals. Here's Wallace. He got the one earlier. Doesn't like what he sees, so he'll back it up. Deals it off for Farmer. Just trying to shake off Hickey. Farmer looking for Wallace. The one-timer didn't really work. Lavin's going to get to it. Can he clear it? No. Good play by Pauls. Perfect positioning. And here's Josh Paul's centering pass. Looking for possibly Roybal. And the Canadians are going to send it down the ice with about 40 seconds to go in the power play. Was touched with a high stick, though, by one of the USA players, and they're going to have to face off in their own zone on this power play.
Good call. Caught on the sidewall by Josh Pauls.
Like in any kind of hockey, a player just can't help it. If they see it, they're so good at batting pucks out of the air. They practice it all the time.
Seems like Lavin has been on the ice a ton of times.
Wow, he's so impressed me in this tournament. I have to say, he's been playing forward, he's been playing defense. He's been a really useful player for Boris Rubelka, the head coach of Team Canada. Here's Josh Mishevitz. Swings it into the middle for Paul, skips over his stick, grabbed by Wallace, feeds Farmer. Got away from 2 Canadians. Lavin hits him hard. They battle for it along the boards. Farmer picks up both of his sticks.
Lavin does have to be careful.
Final seconds of this power play. Farmer busting through to the net, but he couldn't get the puck. And lost his stick for the second time on that shift. The Canadians have killed off this penalty. With 5 minutes gone in the second and a 1-1 tie in this battle for gold. Farmer at center, he'll flip a backhander. Scored a beautiful backhand goal earlier in the tournament. Got one of the best in the game. The puck squirts in front. Corbin Watson says, I've had enough, and he covers it up in this 1-1 tie in this gold medal game at Milano Cortina 2026.
We're back to the crowd looking at it. Nice stop there. Calls it no goal. Back out. This is a great angle. Right out and kaboom. Camera, the net camera, nothing better than the net camera angle. Liam Hickey happy.
A big contingent of Liam Hickey fans walking into the rink this week. No doubt they're all back again. And you hope all the players and their friends and family can get the tickets for this gold medal game. Hopefully they booked them all ahead of time.
They all have tickets, I'll guarantee you that. Vicky's mom and dad, they're here. And I had a chance to talk to Evan Nichols' sister today.
Team USA, yeah.
Yes.
They had a long training camp, didn't they, to get ready for this?
They were in Colorado for quite a while.
Pazzolino has it pop away, but it's going to be kept in by Wallace. He'll dump it to an open corner. David Eustace races after it. He's dangerous. Eustace, watched by Lelev. In for Dodson. Jones, here's Wallace. Heavy traffic in front. Wallace didn't like what he saw. Now he passes it. Dunn's going to get there, though.
Had Dodson wide open on the far side.
Cunningham, another Paralympic debutante, if you will, for Team USA. They've got 4 of them trying to win their first gold medal.
Dangerous.
Pazzolino going to be intercepted here by Eustace. Canada failing to clear the zone on that opportunity. USA trying to make it, they'll pay for it, but there's a great save by Watson. He dives out, puts that big trapper on it, and will hold on.
Good pass, good shot, good stop. That's what you want to see in hockey. Everybody in on it. Gets it, leaks out with the referee. Yeah, the referee already called it. Had it. I think Dodson got his stick in there. That's why the ref saw it and called it.
USA hasn't really shortened its bench yet. Canada is essentially playing 2 lines. Here's a chance for US. They score! It's Beasley, the 19-year-old from the coast of North Carolina, who scores a monster goal, and the Americans are back out front.
The problem with this game when you play the USA is you cannot let up. Canada has had a great opening 7 minutes of the second period. One little mistake. Here it is right here. Push back. Beasley takes it. Watson can't get over in time. He doesn't know it's going to be a mistake. Lavin loses it. Beasley to the short side. Beats Watson to the blocker. Here it is right here. Great play, taking advantage of a mistake.
An even strength goal, our first of the game in the gold medal final. Beasley, his 4th goal of the tournament. USA back out front. Armstrong off the boards, won't be able to clear it. Grove is there. Smart play, keep it alive, gets it to Farmer. Now swung into the middle, broken up by the Canadians. Hickey, Canada's goal scorer, got it out. He got upended, he's back on his sled. Jacobs-Webb dumping it in. The forward line is McGregor, Jacobs-Webb, and Hickey for Canada. Roybal on the ice again for the US with Farmer. And Beasley is going to play a shift here after scoring that go-ahead goal. Here's Grove, spins away, dumps it down the ice. Beasley's chasing it. A couple of number 7s going after it. Lavin is there, and he couldn't get it by Farmer. Declan Farmer spins, looks. Again, he goes after it. Centering pass, Watson stops and holds. Halfway through this period, who knows who's gonna get this in the end, but USA is so patient.
Great vision there by, there's the goal again. Leaks it through the short side. Great vision by Watson to cut that pass off, because if he doesn't cut that off, it gets in front and it's in for sure.
USA wins the face-off in the offensive zone. Wallace, nice little stick handle to himself. Now Eustace snaps it from a sharp angle, didn't miss by a lot, and it'll come all the way out to center. Wallace already getting back there. Spins away from Boyle. Spins away from Dunn. Carries across the blue line. Wallace, watched by Halbert. The 2 defensemen battle in the corner. Pazzolino. His pass is going to come all the way out to center ice. USA goes back for it. Inside of 7 minutes left in the second in this tense gold medal game between North American rivals. Here comes Wallace on the offensive rush. Wallace on net. Watson deals it aside, and he wants to cover this one to give his team a chance to get some fresh troops out.
The one thing about being a veteran goalie is you know when your team needs a rest. Makes the stop, puts it in the corner. Good vision by Halbert to veer him off to the corner. Not going to score from there.
Farmer out with Bolton and Roybal now. Pauls pushes it into the corner. Lelev rims it around the boards. Will it have enough to get out? Yes. Josh Pauls goes back to get it. Pauls has been a rock on the USA blue line throughout his career. Still got the puck deep in his own end. Swings it across for Grove. He'll push it just past the blue line, taken over by Hickey. He'll dump it back in. Pauls, long pass to center for Farmer. Lelev watching him closely. Farmer, good second effort. Dumped back out to center ice by Canada.
Farmer picks it up. He's got to send it around.
Here's Jacobs Webb. In behind the net, Pauls. And a huge hit. McGregor slams into Pauls, who's hurt on the play. And the USA trainer is being asked to come out. I think that's Pauls, am I right?
I think it's Pauls, and I think he got the old elbow to the side of the head.
Well, that is what all fans of this sport want to see, is Josh Pauls back upright, making his way to the bench, getting the high fives from his mates. A 2-1 lead for USA here in period number 2 of this gold medal game. Some people are surprised by how physical this game are, aren't they? But it's been like this.
An unbelievable physical game. Whenever Canada and U.S. get together, I don't care if it's the women, the men, the para, you put that USA jersey on, you put that Canadian jersey on, and the pride boils over.
Just over 5.5 to play here in the second period. USA with goals from Wallace and Beasley lead Canada 2-1. Liam Hickey has the goal for the Canadians. And here is Grove trying to clear it out. Good second effort by Jacobs Webb. It'll be pushed out to center ice, knocked down by Armstrong, and Rob Armstrong's going to shoot it right back in again. Armstrong playing in his 3rd Paralympic Winter Games. Here's Farmer in his own corner. Puck squirts back, gathered in by McGregor. And it'll be pushed out to center ice. Here's a chance for Wallace. Wallace busting in, right side stick, and he scores with the left stick. A beautiful goal by the USA defenseman, Jack Wallace, and it's a 2-goal lead for the Americans.
It looked like it was going to be a busted play inside the U.S. zone, that they were just chipping it out to relieve some pressure. Bounced over the Canadian defenseman. Wallace is just lurking. He has a chance. He's got it with his right hand, left hand, and slides it under the blocker and stick of Corbin Watson. He'll want this one back. But Jack Wallace, Rob, is so smart. You just have to give him a second, just a second, and he's gone.
Look at that $1 million smile for Jack Wallace. the best defenseman at last year's World Championships. And it's not that surprising to see the best defenseman in this game sneak in behind the opponent's defense. Happens more often than you think. Declan Farmer gets his first point of this game. Here's a chance for Canada to try to get within one. Leleve, drop pass out of the reach of Boyle. Farmer now will try to set up Roybal. He does. Roybal's got a breakaway. Here he comes. Brody Roybal busting in. No!
He lost it.
He just simply lost it, trying to go left stick to right. Push to the blue line, kept in by USA. Grove walks in, snaps a shot. Watson the save, and he'll hold on with 4:23 on the clock here in the second period.
That one could have been the backbreaker. Here's a great chance by Dunn. Great stop by Griffin Lamar as he dives out, and he can't. He forces Dunn. There's no chance, and then swings it out. Roybal to his left hand, back to his right, and just as he wanted to put it in with his right hand, it slips into the corner.
USA offensive zone face-off, but they lose it this time, and they'll have to scurry back in their own zone. Grove. What an effort Grove has made in this tournament. He has been so good on the USA blue line, playing a partnership with Josh Pauls.
Good news, Pauls is back on the ice.
It's great news for fans of this sport. Pauls pushes it up the boards. Dodson's gonna bank it ahead. Mishevitz. Good job to take it away by Canadian defenseman Armstrong. Another player who's converted from forward to defense in this game. We see it somewhat often. Inside of 4 minutes to play in this second period. Wallace will flip it back in again. Hickey goes back for it. Slides it ahead for Lavin. He'll go cross ice for McGregor. Lost it in his stick. Got a hard hit from Eustace. And David Eustace rocked the Canadian captain. Armstrong goes back. Watched by Mishevitz. He'll drop it back to Lavin. Try to filter a pass through all the bodies. Couldn't get it out. He'll get another chance. And Zach Lavin's going to send it down and then chase it down and go after the puck and Pauls. And now Wallace picks it up. USA essentially using 3 defensemen. Here's Declan Farmer busting out to center ice. Across the line, still has it. Canadians knock him off stride. Here's Pauls. Good second effort there by the USA captain. Dunn blocks it. Boyle comes in to help. Here's Cozzolino. He can stick handle in a phone booth. Now Boyle. He's got a man moving. Great play by Wallace to get a stick on it. Halbert would have been off to the races. USA chasing again. Here's a chance for Jones. Malik Jones! Nice save by Watson. Jones again. Dunn knocked it back to the corner. Nichols tried to work it out front. USA keeps pushing. And it'll be finally broken up with under 2 minutes left. And Oren Halbert, the Calgarian, backtracks in his own zone. He'll rattle it off the boards to the USA blue line.
Have to get pressure on right now. No pressure, all USA.
And it's an offside call. So Canada really trying to be physical with the Americans as they enter the zone.
Exactly, and that's what it's just getting so tough. Watson with a couple of big stops there. Here's the Wallace play again.
That's what makes it so hard to keep goal in this game, right? Because he's lining up Wallace for his big right arm shot.
And you have to watch it. 20 years ago, you didn't have to watch a left-hand, right-hand. It was everybody was right-handed. Progression, incredible.
So much ambidextrousness in this game. Going to be sent down the ice by Canada. This is going to be an icing call. With 90 seconds to play.
The one thing you definitely do not want is the USA to go up by 4-1. And US, they do not want Canada to get back into this game. You've sort of lulled them to sleep. Don't let the sleeping giant wake up.
So what you're saying is the next goal matters an awful lot.
It could be huge.
Here's Josh Paul's long wrist shot. Didn't miss by a whole lot over top of the net. McGregor goes after this puck. He'll bang it out to center ice. From one captain to the other, as Hickey runs into Pauls. Then Pauls runs into Jacobs Webb. And then Eustace picks up the puck for the U.S. Gives to Farmer. They'll flip it up the right wing. Jacobs Webb intercepts. Good battle rages along the boards. Referee Webbinger trying to stay out of the way. McGregor trying to keep this play alive. Swats it back into the corner. Hickey goes after it. Liam Hickey, great multi-sport athlete, represented Canada in wheelchair basketball earlier in his career. Here's Halbert, long shot, rebound, loose in front, Jacobs Webb trying to poke it in. It's still loose.
They don't know where it is.
The referee's right there, it's still loose. Everybody's sweeping and swiping at it. McGregor, McLeod can't shoot it. Now he might get a chance. Comes back to Jacobs Webb. He can't filter it through. And USA might just dodge a bullet here, they do. And it's going to roll past the Canadian blue line. Quite a flurry by the team in red, but they couldn't score. Not on that chance. And after 2 periods of play in the gold medal game, it's Team USA leading 3-1 over Canada. What a battle.
Hard luck situation there at the end for Canada. Extremely lucky for the US. We just talked about that. A late goal for Canada could really get them going in the dressing room. But the good thing if you're a Canadian player right now is you know you're having the chances. It's late, but there's an opportunity. Costellino going off the ice there. Zach Lavin played a ton of ice time.
So McGregor got the assists along with Cozzolino on that Liam Hickey goal that came 1:45 in. The game was tied for about 5 minutes until Beasley got the go-ahead goal. In fact, the first 2 USA goals unassisted, taking advantage of rebounds. And then Wallace set up by Declan Farmer. It's the latest in the game that Farmer has gotten a point. That is his 25th point of the tournament, after Wallace scored his 4th goal.
Big chances by both teams. Royal with that breakaway that he just lost the handle, and then the scramble in front of Lamar at the end.
So in that period, the shots 7-7. Canada scores on its only power play of the period. That had us tied for a long time, but look at that, the face-offs. They have been pretty much dead even throughout this game. Everybody knows the tendencies of the other team's top face-off men.
Both scoring a power play goal. Both missing on a power play.
Yep. Nothing decided yet in this one.
I'll tell you one thing, the crowd has got their money's worth. If you paid to get into this venue, you are happy right now.
There's some of the chances. McGregor, that was off the pipe. We almost forget about that. That could have changed things. And what a save that was. Canada did score later in this flurry, though. There it is.
Eichmann in the top of the net and downstroke instead of staying on. So a little bit of luck there, but it doesn't matter. It went in. McGregor is such a great player. Not only offensively, defensively, can set it up. He sees Hickey wide open. A lot of players would have just turned and panicked and tried to shoot.
That was a great chance too, Dodson.
Watson's had some really solid stops. You may want that one back. Almost comes out of his sled there. and this was the mistake by Lavin. 7-7. 7 loses it. 7 gets it. Beasley puts it in. That's a happy face. Another play by Jack Wallace comes out, fires it. Good stop by Watson. Holds it. Just, we got to regroup. We got to regroup.
He was bound and determined to hold it whenever he got a chance.
This is Royble's play. I think, no, this is Wallace's goal. Wallace takes it. Left hand, right hand, just clips it in. There's a second.
A really good look there at how the officials help each other, because the linesman realized the referee couldn't get it back into the play because he's hustling down the ice. So he calls this goal, and then the referee comes after.
And that's the one thing about it, that you have a ref and 2 linesmen, but they have to work together because they're not in sleds.
Yep. So everybody working together. We hope the broadcasters are, the referees, the linesmen, the players. It's 3-1 USA in the gold medal game at Milano Cortina 2026. Gold medal game in para ice hockey at Milano Santa Giulia Arena. The final medals to be handed out at these games, with the closing ceremony coming up later today. Will it be USA holding on for gold? Will it be Canada coming back to surprise them? In Beijing 4 years ago, the Americans scored 2 shorthanded goals in the first period and went on to a 5-0 win. But it was in Pyeongchang 2018 when USA tied the game 1-1 in the final minute of the third. That was a Declan Farmer goal. Then Farmer scored the winner in overtime. He's been held somewhat quiet in this game. 1 assist and 2 penalties, Paul Rosen.
That's 4 minutes of ice time that he has to sit no matter what. Like, Coach Huff's probably saying, Declan, I need you on the ice, not in the penalty box, please.
I would be surprised if that's exactly the way that conversation went.
Well, I've had many conversations over the years with Coach Huff. He's a super guy. Took over the program when the late, great Jeff Sauer passed away. University of Wisconsin Badgers, like God.
Yeah. Well, he was a great coach, and even Hoff has done a really nice job. His assistant coach, Corey Gorder, they're both from Bottineau, North Dakota. USA Hockey loves the North Dakotans. Of course, they love the Minnesotans and the Wisconsinites, and now they're coming from all over in USA. It's so great to see Illinois and New Jersey, North Carolina, Florida. Did I mention Minnesota, Virginia, Colorado? That's where Malik Jones is from.
They have a program in California,
Iowa, Massachusetts, of course.
Crowd is loving it.
A little bit of a James Dunn fan club. They want him to get her done, and his teammates. Let's see what happens.
Royal and Lavin having a good conversation, and I guarantee it's not about dinner plans tomorrow.
Canadian captain Tyler McGregor lining up on the blue line. Just a different look that you'll see in the para ice hockey game. Here we go, third period of the gold medal game. Tyler McGregor, the Canadian captain, ahead for Liam Hickey. Hickey led the Canadians with ice time in that second period. He scored a goal for his efforts as well. Declan Farmer played almost 11 minutes, and he was in the box as well. The only player on the ice who played almost 11 minutes in that period. Lavin pushes it off the boards and fired down the ice by McGregor. This might just go to the net. Paul's races back. It's going to be an icing call. Liam Hickey does well to lay off. He can't hit Paul's in that instance.
Excellent speed by Liam Hickey there. He almost negated the icing. The longer this goes, without Canada getting one, the harder it's going to be. Team China's players.
Earlier in the day, it was a bronze medal for Team China, so their players are getting ready for a ceremony to accept their medals. Liam Hickey out to center ice. Jacobs Webb racing after it, but Wallace is going to beat him. He'll deal it in behind for Grove. Up the boards for Farmer. He'll left-hand it out to center ice. Bolton races after it. Lavin might get there. He's going to get there first. In fact, it's going to be an icing. Farmer thought he had just about the right draw weight if you're a curling fan to keep that from going down, but it was ice is a little too fast right now.
had a chance to watch some of the curling here in Milano Cortina. I was very impressed.
Amazing. The sport has come a long, long way, and it is so fun to watch. What an intense gold medal game it was. China was there, Canada was there, came down to the final straw, and I won't ruin it for you in case you haven't seen it. Here's James Dunn. He'll push it ahead for Dominic Cozzolino. Trying to filter a pass through for Boyle. Now it'll get dumped in. Albert racing after it. Again, Wallace gets back. The puck squirts free. Lamar trying to get to it, and he does get to it enough to draw a whistle from referee Webinger.
It's actually behind the net, I think. I see it. I see it here. Comes out. He has it. He has it.
He doesn't really.
Doesn't really.
Well, and some people might be asking, and when we get a whistle and get a chance to explain this, why one goaltender has goalie pads on, the other one doesn't. And at the next opportunity, Paul, can you jump in and share that? Here's Wallace. Stellar defenseman for Team USA. In case you missed us mentioning it earlier, best defenseman voted at last year's World Championships. Lelev in his own corner, up the boards. Pauls is going to keep it in. The USA captain slides it across for Wallace. He scores! Jack Wallace through the traffic, and it's 4-1.
Is that the hat trick, Rob?
It is indeed.
Jack Wallace, Quinn Hughes, welcome to Milano Cortina with a hat trick and that absolute cannon, and I must say, cannon of a shot.
Somebody tip it on the way in. Was Halbert trying to punch at that puck?
It might have caught a sled. Let's see, get a good angle here. Great camera work. Nope, straight in, he just missed it. Watson will want that back. That's a glove stop for Watson.
Jack Wallace shining brightly here in the gold medal game. He scored his 4th, his 5th, and now his 6th goals of the tournament. Now USA is fully in the driver's seat here. Liam Hickey, nice move to get it in deep. He'll get it back again. He'll shoot. He'll score! It's not over yet. Canada's still fighting. Second goal of the game for Liam Hickey.
I thought that was a glove, a first glove pass, but it looked like it wasn't. The referee was standing right there. Hickey with a great shot. Hickey has both. 24 seconds later, now that might have hit the stick. Don't put your sticks up. Farmer knows better. Don't put your stick up in front of your goalie. I think it deflected off of Farmer's stick.
Wow. Hickey's got great puck control, the way he can tangle that puck.
And Hickey's played a lot of ice time so far today.
Back to a 2-goal spread in this game. Canada up to 12 shots on Griffin Lamar. This is by far, in this tournament, the most shots that any USA goalie has faced. Canada will try to keep firing shots at him and avoid the shots of Corbin Watson. Americans have got other ideas. Armstrong to the blue line, couldn't clear it out. Boyle goes back for it. 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Each team has scored. We're back to a 2-goal spread. Pauls can't get it much past the red line. Boyle's gonna fire it in. Dunn's gonna race after it. James Dunn has 5 goals in the tournament for Canada. He throws it in front, bouncing around. Albert's gonna go get it. He'll drop it off for Cozzolino. He'll send one towards the traffic. He couldn't get it through though. Pauls has a chance and will clear it out. Zach Lavin battles for it. Right there with Beasley, a couple of number 7s. Beasley into the middle. Farmer's got a breakaway. Look out, here he comes. Declan Farmer, no, he ran out of real estate.
Great stop by Corbin Watson there. Absolutely beautiful. redemption on that last goal.
McGregor might have put a little bit of pressure on Farmer, avoided taking a penalty on the play. That could have been sayonara. What a battle here. Cozzolino laying down to try to stop, make the play. Halbert comes in, McGregor comes in. Again, Lelez got spun around, and Wallace, the hat-trick man, couldn't get it by McGregor, but Farmer pushes it out to center. Halbert, oh, nice little toe drag move, and he'll dump it. Did Cozzolino get a piece of it?
No.
No, he didn't. He was trying to negate the icing. That pass was a little too hot to handle.
I think this was a great stop by Corbin Watson. The last goal, he'll definitely tell you he wanted that one. It was in his glove and he lost it. And here it just, Wallace, there's Wallace's goal again.
Cozzolino wins the face-off back to his own corner. Grove comes in off the blue line to keep it alive. Took a hit from McGregor. Play goes on. McGregor's going to gain it, control, and push it out to center ice. Lelez racing after it. Again, super steady. Jack Wallace back for it. Wallace holds off a check. He'll lay the puck forward for Farmer. He didn't have anywhere to go. Hickey doesn't see McGregor busting down the left side. And now McGregor takes the pass on the right side, shakes off a check, deals it into the middle for Halbert. He fires.
Big stop again by Lamar. Both goalies coming up with big stops when they need them.
Canada trying to keep this puck in, can't do it. Good second effort there, Farmer in the defensive zone. Now he's got it, filters a pass through for Roybal. Onto the stick of Grove, down the left side. Grove snaps it on net. Watson the save. Loose puck picked up eventually here, I think, by Hickey.
Oh.
And the Canadians had a chance to clear it. Couldn't do it on the first opportunity. They'll try again with Halbert. 9.5 minutes left in the third period of this gold medal game. USA leads it by a 4-2 score, a hat trick from one of their leaders on the blue line, Jack Wallace. Picked up free by Canada. Flip it out, flip it down. Will it go for an icing? I think it will. With 9:14 remaining in the third period. And the battle for gold is absolutely real at Milano Cortina 2026.
That was a great shot by Liam Hickey. Just turns, has nowhere to go, and rips it under the bar. And that's the hard thing about being a goalie in this game. A cannon shot under the bar. It's over your head, remember, and under the bar. Can't do that in able-body hockey.
Mishevitz on the face-off for USA. Anton Jacobs-Webb for Canada. Eustace in, battling for it. USA still trying to use as much of their bench as they can. Here's Lelez. We haven't seen Canadian defenseman Tyrone Henry in this game. He is dressed, so is Greg Westlake. Westlake's only had a shift. We know he's battling something. Here's Lelez, pushes it up the right side. McGregor couldn't catch up to it. Kept in by Wallace. Wallace looking for more. Works it in for Mishevitz. Broken up by McGregor, and he'll backhand it out to center. Josh Pauls, he's got time and space. Slides a pass through. Nice little touch by Mishevitz to Wallace. Boyle got in the way of it. Sent all the way across. Dodson's going to go get it for USA. They'll rim it around the boards, and USA's changing at least some of the troops. Rob Armstrong has the puck for Canada. Ahead for Cozzolino. Rolls off his stick. Swept off his stick, in fact, by Wallace. At least Grove fights off Cozzolino. Works it in for Wallace. Wallace uses that long stick. He's got long reach. And here come the Americans. Three of them busting out to center ice. Malik Jones down the left side. Jones tries to thread the needle on a pass through the Nichols, and he couldn't quite do it.
Tried to be too fancy there. You got to take that shot when you're up by 2.
Puck under Grove, broken up by Canada. Can they get something going here? Dunn trying to catch up to it, but Declan Farmer, great tracking play. Back checks to steal it, and he'll flip it back in. Sometimes the star players in big games like this, Paul, they don't get a chance to do all the razzle-dazzle, but if they still do the little things, they can help their team win a championship.
And that's what he's doing. He's just back-checking. He's doing whatever it takes to get that gold medal. Next goal is going to be absolutely critical.
Farmer's after it now. Watch closely behind the net by Rob Armstrong. Farmer spins away, centers a pass. Watson can't gather it in. It's a mad scramble in front of the Canadian net. Poked away by Boyle. He's 1-on-3 though, and all he can do is just flip it down the ice. Canada changing.
We've had a few of those where it's just bouncing everywhere in front of the U.S. goalie. Canada can't score in front of the Canadian goalie, and U.S. can't score.
Nichols swats it down the ice. This is going to be an icing call against the Americans. So they'll have to face it off with the same group on the ice, but it includes Farmer and Pauls, and they're okay with it, along with Grove.
You would think that the U.S. might, look at that puck, free, there, it's not, it is. So with the goalie pads, it's a personal preference.
Wow.
Lamar doesn't like the goalie pad. Steve Cash doesn't like it, most goalies do.
Canada wins the face-off in the offensive zone. Liam Hickey on 2 goals already in the game. Throws it in behind the net. Everybody knows how crucial the next goal could be. Farmer tries to push it to the offensive line. Here comes Jones following up. Trying to drop pass for Farmer. Lelev watches him closely. Farmer still with it. 25 points in the tournament. Unprecedented. No one's ever done that before. He's now to Wallace. He snaps it on net, and it was deflected on the way into Corbin Watson, and he's gonna hold on. A 2-goal lead. USA still holding on in the gold medal game in the 3rd period.
Now you'll see Canadian coach and now the American coach setting up exactly. This was a big hit. Malik Jones and Zach Lavin just hammering each other. Everybody's in on it. Pasolino flips it out.
No look.
Adam Dixon with one of his few shifts there. Dodson with the dump. The 2-8s, McGregor and Wallace.
Wow.
Everybody's in it.
The great 8s.
They're throwing everything but the kitchen sink. And I don't know, I might see the kitchen sink in the far corner.
I saw somebody pull a kitchen sink out of his equipment bag.
Getting down to the crunch, 5:51.
Pasolino lines up in the face-off dot against Declan Farmer. He's going to use his left hand as Farmer. And the puck squirts free. Roybal flips it in the air. Watson can't reach it. Eustace chases after it in the corner. USA still pushing for more. Their lead is 2. It was 3 for a very brief spell of a couple of dozen seconds. Here comes Canada on offense. Boyle could not get the puck by Wallace. Pasolino, he can't quite keep it in. He'll send it back in. Boyle gets back onside. Farmer got spun around a little bit.
Lucky that wasn't a holding penalty.
The puck bounces in front where Boyle was lurking. And this is going to be a penalty here against USA for delay of game. You know, it was completely unintentional, but it's the penalty box door is going to open up. And David Eustace is going to skate into it with a delay of game.
He actually had Roybal gone for a breakaway, but he didn't see him, so he tried to rim it off the glass, and that is the problem. When you get it over the glass, it's a delay of game. This is a critical opportunity with 5:06 left.
USA has given up precious few penalties in this tournament, but 4 on the day. Their 4th time shorthanded in this game, Paul. They were, sorry, their 3rd time shorthanded. They were only shorthanded 5 previous times the whole tournament. So Canada's 1 for 2 working on their 3rd.
So that face-off was brought back again because Dom Pasolino came into the circle.
So McGregor takes against Farmer, 2 of the top players in the world. Here's Cozzolino with the puck. A bit of room, a bit of time, a shot on net. Lamar the save, rebound in front. Everybody digging for it. Squirts
Again, it's
free.
open.
Cozzolino fires it wide. Lamar was way out of his net.
Pasolino had the wide open cage, the soccer net.
Yeah, it's easy to say that. Looked like a lot of bodies in front to me. McGregor goes after it in the corner. Canada's still working on this power play, but Wallace might have a chance to clear it. And he'll get some help from Farmer, who launches it down the ice. Liam Hickey goes back to get it. He's got 2 in the game already. USA knows how dangerous he is, and he gives up the puck. Here's a chance for Farmer on the steal. Oh, so many Canadians around Farmer.
He's lucky he didn't get a penalty for lassoing there.
And it's still loose. Wallace comes in. Now it's Pauls who comes in off the blue line. He tries to jam it in, sharp angle. Where is it? It is underneath Corbin Watson. We think the whistle went anyway.
What a smart play by Josh Pauls. This kid has been around. If the U.S. can win the gold medal today, it's incredible that Josh Pauls will have all 5 of them. He won the only player on this team to win it in Vancouver 2010. Trying to sneak it, and he knows he has no chance at all. Is that a hit there?
Almost. No, that was the stick.
Oh, the stick. Okay. Putting Zach Lavin back on the bench. He's had enough. The ref back. Get back.
So whoever was out in his stead will come back out again.
Liam Hickey, not a bad trade-off.
No. 3:57 is what remains. Canada's fired 14 shots at Griffin Lamar. USA had only given up 17 shots on goal in their first 4 games combined.
Pasolino coming back out now for Wesley. Oh, Hickey. It wasn't Hickey that was on. It was Pasolino, and he's the guy that takes the draw, so Canada doesn't lose on that one.
All right, Greg Westlake is out on the ice. Pasolino loses the draw against Farmer. Under 4 to play, 3rd period. 2-goal lead, Americans. You'd think Canada would have to score soon to make this interesting. Here's Farmer. Farmer flips it. Watson there. He thought it was behind him.
It's in! It's in!
They score!
A short-handed goal, Rob!
5-3 USA. Short-handed goal. What a time for our first short-handed goal of the tournament.
We've been talking about this all tournament long. The USA, their penalty kill is so dangerous. I don't know who's going to get it. Is it going to be Wallace's 4th or Farmer's? Farmer flipped it, but then it was stuck in there. And here's the referees going in to take a look at it. I'm not going to make an attempt on this because it's been so bad all week.
So referee Kevin Webbinger gets the headgear on. Even though we have headgear on, we can't talk to him, just so you know.
No. And I don't think he wants to talk to us.
He doesn't want to hear from us. No, but he's going to take a look at this.
He has everybody in the truck talking.
It seemed like Watson had made the save, and then he reached behind him, and then it just...
As long as the puck was free, and I did have a chance to talk to one of the head referees, Paul Bowes, about the goal that was scored in the last Canadian game with a high stick, and it was a high stick, but it was touched by the goalie. That's why when McGregor put it in, it was a goal. So let's see here. It's there. It's there. It's loose. You can see it.
But when does he blow it down is the question.
I don't think he did. The whistle's in his mouth when it went in.
And it's a goal. It's a goal for USA. It's a short-handed goal. And it looks like they're going to give it to Jack Wallace, his 4th goal of the game.
So Farmer comes out and he throws it. Wallace gets in, puts it in, and then he gives the forearm shiver to Greg. What? Puts it in. And whoa, he almost gave the forearm shiver to Halbert, but he backed off. And they're pulling the goalie.
Canada will yank the goaltender right now. So they need to get a 6th skater. They've got a 6th skater out there. Down by 3, 3:40 to play. Not unprecedented, but really hard to do. They cannot basically allow a shot. They got to be 2 on the puck here. And losing a stick, and Royal's going to score into an empty net. And it is all but over. 6-2, Brody Rival, and the United States of America is just minutes away from another gold medal.
2010, 2014, 2018, 2022, stop me, 2026.
Yeah. So here you're going to see at the blue line, I forget which player it was who dropped his stick, and he just couldn't get this Cozzolino. And I think one of his teammates went skating past and kind of knocked the stick away.
But you know what, Rob? This Canadian team is a very good team. It's just Team USA is a step above. Declan Farmer, by far the best player in the world.
All right, we're back underway. Under 3.5 minutes to play. Canada's got the goaltender back in the net.
Still have a power play.
Still on the power play for a few more seconds.
Technically 2 shorthanded goals.
Flip back down the ice. Well, not technically. It's 2 shorthanded goals.
You're right about that. I was trying to be nice.
Yeah. Halbert will launch a pass out to center. This is going to go all the way down the ice. USA is going to be able to take advantage of an icing call with 2:58 on the clock. And they just kept coming at the Canadians. We talked before the game about the patience of USA. And even though it was tight, it was close. Patience.
And that's why they have won 5 or will win 5 in 2 minutes and 58 seconds unless something drastic happens, because they are so patient. You never get under their skin.
Here's Wallace. Ends up on the stick of Cunningham. Eustace goes after it. USA looking for a little more insurance if there wasn't enough already. And Canada's going to gather it in. Boyle couldn't clear it by Cunningham.
Oh,
Roybal, a little razzle-dazzle.
Zabardi and Spinorama.
Roybal again. This time Boyle is going to flip it. It'll go past the blue line. Inside of 2.5 to play now. And it would seem it is out of reach for Team Canada.
Cunningham can't get his stick. He finally finds it.
Back to the drawing board for the Canadians. Greg Westlake is on the ice. Probably his last shift. He sends one on net, heads to the bench as a Canadian national team player coming back out of retirement to join the team. For Milano Cortina getting banged up in an earlier game. Puck fired around the boards. Armstrong's going to stop it. Chops it back into the corner. Only 1 goal scored in the first period. It was by Jack Wallace. Canada tied it early in the second. Here's Halbert after the puck again to the blue line. It's going to come out, though. Armstrong's going to have to back up. Second period, after Canada tied it, it was 2 goals for the U.S. And they scored again early in the third. Then Canada got back to within 2. Another Liam Hickey goal. But they would need a magic trick here late in this game. Wallace got spun around. Farmer's going to get a stick on it. and he'll send it down the ice. Well, the amazing thing is USA's got 6 goals, and none of them are by Declan Farmer. They're getting a teeing penalty here on Captain Tyler McGregor of Team Canada.
Here we come.
We set a new attendance record for Paralympic ice hockey. A total of 10,795 fans filled the arena, surpassing the previous record of 8,992 set here at the USA versus Italy game last Saturday.
Cari tifosi, abbiamo stabilito un nuovo record di pubblico per l'hockey su ghiaccio paralimpico.
41, and how about that little razzle-dazzle, Paul?
That was incredible. Hickey has had a great game.
Yeah, he has.
How much time has Hickey played in this game? He's played quite a bit.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 20 minutes, 20, over 20. Scored both goals.
Now he played almost 20 going into the third period. But yeah, the amazing thing, USA is where they are without Declan Farmer scoring a goal.
And spending 4 minutes in the penalty box.
That's the other amazing thing.
Jack Wallace with 4 goals.
Wow, and we've talked about how deep the U.S. roster is. If it's not one person shining, it can be another. Beasley got a huge goal earlier. He's got the puck now. He'll swing it across for Noah Grove. What a tournament for Noah Grove. He has been outstanding on the U.S. blue line. 3-time Paralympian.
Sorry, Robin, this is why Coach Huff is loved by his teammates. He puts out his guys that would never get a chance to be on the power play maybe to end this game.
Zach Lavin, who's put his blood, sweat, and tears into this game. You could just feel it.
A deafening chant of USA right now.
Final seconds now, and for the 5th straight Paralympic Winter Games, it will be USA with the gold medal in para ice hockey. The drive for 5 is complete.
Absolutely, and they did what has never been done. The women win in the Olympics, the men win in the Olympics, and the para team wins in the Paralympics. All 3 U.S. teams beat Canada.
This is the only one that didn't go to overtime. What a game it was, though. Had energy, passion, and fans on their feet. Both countries cheering them on. It was a battle, start to finish. In the end, it's USA celebrating gold. Canada eventually will get to celebrate their silver. Right now, it doesn't feel like a celebration. It feels like a settling. But someday they'll realize how great the accomplishment was.
Absolutely, and the one thing I want to say is you're going to see the medals. USA will get their gold, Canada will get their silver, China will get the bronze. The faces, we'll see the faces, the elation, the joy in 2 teams, China and US, and we'll see Canada very upset. Some players might be visibly upset.
Well, for USA, you've got 4 players who will be receiving their first gold medal. Aiden Beasley is one.
Great game.
Brett Bolton landed up. He didn't get to dress in this one, but played earlier in the tournament. And Liam Cunningham, the 18-year-old defenseman who just celebrated his 18th birthday during the games.
And you will see the players that didn't, the 2 players that didn't dress in this game, McKee and Yuki, they'll be out dressed and on the ice, whether they are there already. They'll definitely be there to get their medals. There you go. It's always something that's done. The 2 players that are
Scratches.
yeah. And there's the coach. He's calling over. He's calling the team over. He wants to talk. I do like this because this is the journey is not ended. It might be for a Westlake and maybe a Dixon and maybe a Watson. But there's a lot of youth and there's a lot of potential in this team still.
Right now, though, the celebration is real for USA. Josh Paul's doing something no one has ever done. First one he won 4, that was the first. Now he's won 5, and a few of his teammates have joined him with 4 gold medals.
Will Paul stick around for 4 more years to the Alps to try to win his 6th?
Who knows? I mean, he still can fly out there. Jack Wallace for his 3rd Paralympic gold medal, and he was the superstar. He was the star of the game, you have to say, for USA.
Crowd extremely happy. I do like what the coaching staff is doing with Canada. Greg Westlake, the veteran, 20 years ago was 19 years old. Now he's almost 40. His wife and son are in the crowd. USA crowd, they're excited. That was Beasley family.
What a wonderful goal he scored earlier. That was the one that put USA ahead, and they never looked back after that. That was an even strength goal, our first even strength goal of the game. 6.5 minutes to the second.
They'll shake hands here.
Well, for what they're worth, we saw the stats on the screen. I don't think anyone from either team cares about the stats right now. They only care about the stat here that shows who finishes where. USA gold, Canada silver, People's Republic of China the bronze. Czechia, Italy, Germany, Slovakia, and Japan round out the 8 teams who put on a show at the Milano Santa Giulia Arena over the last week and a bit, and we were privileged to be part of it.
Let's give a huge round of applause to both teams for the incredible dedication they've shown throughout the tournament and for the excitement they have brought us at the Milano Cortina 2026 Paralympic Winter Games. And thank you, fans, for your amazing support during the tournament. Thank you!
Rivolgiamo un grandissimo applauso ad entrambe le squadre per l'incredibile impegno mostrato durante tutto il torneo e le emozioni che ci hanno regalato ai Giochi Paralimpici Invernali di Milano Cortina 2026. E grazie a voi tifosi per il vostro fantastico sostegno durante il torneo. Grazie!
Ladies and gentlemen, we kindly invite you to wait in your seats as the victory ceremony will start in a few minutes.
Really was an excellent tournament. Let's enjoy it.
kindly invite you to wait in your seats. The victory ceremony will start in a few minutes. Thank you.
Signore e signori, vi invitiamo a rimanere seduti. La cerimonia di premiazione avrà inizio tra pochi minuti. Grazie!
ceremony for the Para Ice Hockey Open Team Tournament.
Signore e signori, la cerimonia di premiazione del Para Hockey su ghiaccio, torneo a squadre Open.
Please welcome the medalists.
Accogliamo i vincitori.
It's the victory ceremony for Para Ice Hockey Milano Cortina 2026 here at the Milano Santa Giulia Arena.
The medals will be presented by
Le medaglie saranno consegnate da
Mr. John Peterson, Vice President of the International Paralympic Committee,
vicepresidente del Comitato Paralimpico Internazionale,
Dr. Deborah Alexander, Governing Board Member of the International Paralympic Committee,
membro del Consiglio direttivo del Comitato Paralimpico Internazionale,
Miss Martina Riva, City Councillor for Sports of Milan,
assessore comunale allo sport di Milano,
accompanied by
accompagnati da
Dr. Mike Peters, Chief Executive Officer of the International Paralympic Committee,
amministratore delegato del Comitato Paralimpico Internazionale,
Mr. Peter Anderson, World Para Ice Hockey Technical Delegate,
delegato tecnico World Para Ice Hockey,
Miss Michelle Laflamme, Senior Manager of World Para Ice Hockey,
responsabile senior di World Para Ice Hockey,
bronze medalists representing the People's Republic of China,
medaglia di bronzo per la Repubblica Popolare Cinese.
Team China returning 14 players who were bronze medalists 4 years ago when they were at home in Beijing. They had a huge performance earlier today in a victory
Numero
over
uno,
Czechia.
Wang Wei.
And they got better,
Goaltenders Wang Hui.
Numero 3, Lu Ye.
they got better, Rob, every game.
Numero 8,
Every game they got
Wang
better.
Judong.
What a tournament for Wang Zhidong. Their
Numero
captain.
12, Chue Hak.
Another one of the repeat
Numero
bronze
15,
medalists.
Song Xiaodong.
Song Xiaodong was really solid on the forward
Numero
line.
17, Shen Yifeng.
Real evolution in the game of Shen Yifeng.
Numero
Just
18,
turned his game
Wang
right around.
Suzang.
Great player, but now he can pass the puck, he can set up. Incredible.
Numero 19,
Wang Zhizhang,
Zhang
full
Zheng.
value on the blue line. Zhang Zheng, tons of minutes in the
Numero
game,
20,
really
Xi
strong.
Yangzhou.
The winning goaltender in today's game, Yi Zhangzhao,
Made some big
Numero
stops at the end.
23,
really did.
Wei Yutao.
Hui Yutao,
Numero
you get to
24,
play in the final
Zhu
game, but an
Zhangfu.
important part of the team. Zhu Zhanfu, Also, key player on the blue line for Team China. Tian Jintao, how good was he in this tournament? Just outstanding.
Oh, and there's a player that was hurt. That's good to see him.
Xu Jinping hurt in the last game, couldn't play in the bronze medal game. His team got that medal for him. He helped in the first 4 games. Li Hongguan, lots of ice time in the bronze medal game. First time for Chen Honggu, Paul, the 18-year-old.
Yeah, I was just going to say, they're going to be around for a while. They have a lot of young players.
Heron He, his first bronze medal. Same for Liu Wenshu. So you get an 18-year-old, a 20-year-old, and a 21-year-old getting their first bronze medals.
Now they get their little Milos.
Well, just to prove it was no fluke to win it 4 years ago, they back it up with a bronze medal at Milano Cortina 2026.
And Beijing in 2022 was their first Paralympic Games.
Good point.
So to be in 2 games and 2 bronze medals, that is incredible. Really great for their program.
They gave Canada just about everything they could handle in the semi-final game.
We got to give the just rewards to their coaching staff too. We've watched their coaching staff work tirelessly. We were able to watch them practice a number of times during the game, just continuously working on the bench, on the whiteboard, teaching. Young coaches, if you're out there, do that. Keep teaching your players.
Most of them want to learn. Nikolai Sharchuskov, the head coach, Team China.
Representing Canada!
Medaglia d'argento per il Canada!
Not the way the Canadian players had hoped, but they should be proud of this moment. It's a 3rd straight silver medal.
Numero 4, James Dunn.
James Dunn will get his 3rd Paralympic medal.
Numero 5, Tyrone Henry.
Tyrone Henry, one of the alternate captains on the team, his 3rd Paralympic medal.
Numero 7, Zach Lavin.
Zach Lavin gets his 2nd silver.
And he played great tonight. He gave everything he had.
Numero 8, Tyler McGregor.
4th Paralympic medal for the Canadian captain.
Numero
3 silvers, 1
Adam
bronze.
Dixon.
Adam Dixon could be the end of his career. He's been around since
Numero
2007.
12, Greg Westlake.
Greg Westlake was the gold medalist on the team
Numero
from
13,
2006 Torino.
Vincent Wallace.
Feel bad for him. Well, he's got a great future ahead of him.
First medal for Vincent Boilly.
Numero 17, Sean Burnett.
First Paralympic medal for Sean Burnett.
Numero 19, Dominic Cozzolino.
2nd silver. He wasn't on the team 4 years ago in Beijing, but he was 8 years ago in
Numero
Pyeongchang.
23, Liam Hickey.
He's got a huge contingent of fans for his 3rd Paralympic medal.
Numero
Hickey played
26,
great. Scored both goals.
Anton Jacobs Webb.
2nd Paralympic medal for Anton Jacobs Webb. Strong tournament.
Numero 29,
Great future there for him.
Kovacevic.
Micah Kovacevic, his first Paralympic medal. They'll remember
Numero 30,
these.
Marvin Watson.
Face might not be happy right now, but give them a break if you're watching and saying something like, why aren't they smiling? I've been on the end of all 3 of these podiums. This one is not the happy one right now.
Adam Kingsmill, 2nd Paralympic medal. Bit of a smile from him. 3rd medal, by the way, for Coleman Watson.
Armstrong.
Armstrong, this is the 3rd time he's accepted a silver. You know he wanted it to be gold.
92, Oren Halbert.
first time at the Paralympic Games. What a debut for Albert.
We saw him. He's got a bullet of a shot.
Mathieu Lelève from Lévis, Quebec. And he was on the first pairing on defense. Canada, the silver medalists. Several of those players you saw their first Paralympic medals. I hope they'll treasure them eventually.
The heartbreak will disappear. I will guarantee you that it will, and they will enjoy this down the road. Not today, not next week, but maybe soon.
Maybe the Adam Kingsmill fan club right there. No smiles from Vincent Boilly, but we expect to see more of him over the years.
Everybody getting their little Milo. That's something that's great, you know, Rob, both of us being amputees, seeing the mascot finally being a disabled mascot with his tail or his leg.
I'm not sure if it's the first time ever, but it feels great, that's for sure.
Well, the 3 games I was in, it definitely wasn't.
Wow. Well, that, not the first time we're told, but it is great to see, that is for sure. It makes a lot of people with a disability feel just a little extra support and included.
Definitely.
Greg Westlake on the left of your screen came back out of retirement. He was an assistant coach on the team. Got banged up earlier in the tournament, upper body injury.
One of the hard things about the silver too is now you have to watch gold medalists get their medal, celebrate, but when you do get the gold, you get to celebrate, and the silver and bronze get to watch you. So it's a catch-22, Rob.
Almost every one of these Canadian players, and I think every one of them, every single one of them did win at least one World Championship gold medal. So they have been in the spot, but that's different. Everybody wants to win it at the Paralympic Winter Games. Canada gets the silver and gets full recognition from the crowd.
The World Championships are every year, other than a Paralympic year. You do want that Paralympic medal.
Paralympic champions representing the United States of America.
Medaglia d'oro e campioni paralimpici per gli Stati Uniti d'America.
To win a Paralympic gold medal once is amazing. To win it twice, yes, you get the idea. But to win it 5 times in a row is just remarkable. Brody Royal part of 4 of those gold medals. This is going to be a first here for Caden Beasley.
And he played great. Scored the 1 goal in this game that really turned things around.
Beasley just 19, and there's Wallace. Probably the MVP of this game.
Yeah, what can you say about Wallace?
Travis Dodson, his 3rd Paralympic gold. Another teenager, the 19-year-old from Rockledge, Florida, Brett Bolton.
He's played great.
Brandon Utke, his first Paralympic gold, the 18-year-old from Minnesota. Wow, best player in the world. 14 goals in the tournament. Canada did a good job on him in the final, but Evan Nichols wins his 2nd Paralympic gold. Still only 21.
I love when everybody fights the medal. I did the same thing, but it's it's pretty cool.
Jones wins his 2nd. Noah Grove wins his 3rd. Really nice contribution. Points in every game. Ian Cunningham just celebrated his 18th birthday. Josh Bishevich didn't get to play at the start of the tournament. The 36-year-old from Illinois.
Josh Paul.
Wow, no one has ever done this before. His 5th Paralympic gold.
I'm wondering where he puts them, because Wow, you have to have a special shout. Griffin Lamar, a real solid game, made some great stops.
Jen Lee, this is his 4th Paralympic gold, so he is in that club.
This will probably be his last, the Wiley veteran.
David Eustace out of Stoneham, Massachusetts, his 2nd Paralympic gold. Kevin McKee gets his 4th out of Davenport, Iowa, coming back from injury.
What a story. McKee comes back from a femur surgery. We saw his wife, Erica, a couple of times this week, captain of the women's team.
4 gold medals, Kevin McKee, so he's in that group. With Roybal, Farmer, Wallace. Actually, Farmer's at 4. Yeah, he's in that 4 winning club. Wallace, who was so outstanding in the 4 goals in the final game, his 3rd Paralympic gold. It's funny that they're not looking at the medals, they're looking at the mascot.
I think they're looking at the tail for the leg.
They love that. A lot of amputees, pretty much everyone, virtually. Denley got quite a bit of ice time in the tournament, didn't get to play in the final game, but last time around, 4 years ago, he had 16 saves, shutout to get USA the gold in Beijing. He knows he's a big part of the team. We may or may not see Kevin McKee next time around, but we suspect we'll see his wife.
I'm positive she'll stick around for that first one, and hopefully it will be 2030.
Great player. She's here supporting him. There they are, the gold medalists. USA, coached by David Hoff, Corey Gorder, and Brennan is the team
Ladies
leader.
and gentlemen, please stand if you're able for the anthem of the United States of America.
Signore e signori, se potete, vi preghiamo di alzarvi per l'inno degli Stati Uniti d'America.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Paralympic medalists.
Signore e signori, i vincitori delle medaglie paralimpiche.
It's gold for the United States of America, it's silver for Canada, and it's bronze for the People's Republic of China. I love how USA kind of broke rank from the official setup as the anthem was about to be sung, and they all gathered in a tight little circle, Paul Rosen.
Yeah, they're a tight team. There's no doubt about it. They're a tight team.
Look at Josh Pauls. I mean, what can you say? So good. Been around. So he's still only 33. How can that be? 5 Paralympic golds.
Started when he was young.
Yeah, he sure did.
Very young.
Still sled, can he?
I wouldn't be surprised if he comes back for a sixth. I think they're going to center ice for their team picture. One of the greatest thrills you can have as a team winning the gold. Go look at that picture every once in a while.
An unbeaten tournament. USA finishes at 5-0. The most important one was the last one that they wanted to win, the gold medal game. They've done it for 5 games in a row. They've moved players, new players in. Only one stands from the very first. But there you go, a moment and a photo of a lifetime.
Coaching staff should be running and getting into this one too.
They're waiting for someone to give them the call over. If you line up the photo just right, you'll see the coaches in the background for Team USA.
I think they're talking, and there they go. Yep, they're coming.
Inching forward, they want to be in the picture.
You have to get a picture with the coaching staff. They're all running in, don't slip on the ice. Memories forever.
It takes a village.
No doubt.
It takes a village.
And we talked about this, the team centralizes, they work together, they're a family, you're away from your family. The young players we talked about, imagine being 17, 18 years old and being away for 3 months from your family. Your teammates and your coaching staff become your family. Talking to each other, turning so their family members can take pictures. This has been an incredible experience, an enjoyable time in Milano Cortina. Honored to work with you.
USA, the gold medalists. 3 words from you, Paul Rosen.
Honor, privilege, joy.
Wow, what a tournament, what an ending. USA takes the gold, Canada the silver, and bronze for the People's Republic of China. On behalf of Paul Rosen, my name is Rob Snook. Thanks for watching. This has been such a thrill and such a joy. We'll see you next time at the Paralympic Winter Games.